There is a state where you can see the world's largest fish species and the world's smallest wildcat, rusty spotted cat, and amazing mountains and beautiful birds, or like 100, 136, or like over 150 species of bird species, and the world's largest venomous snake. So everything you can see in one place. Okay. This is a Eastern Ghats, a landscape, and this is a second longest wetland mangrove forest along the east coast of India. It's equal to, Bhitarkanika mangroves. And this is one fisherman village, which is completely surrounded by a river Godavari and mangrove forest. And this is a fishing cat, highly nocturnal. Its activity depends on habitat to habitat. So this is spotted owlet, humpback dolphins, olive ridley sea turtle, a mud skipper, which is actually a fish which lives in water and out of water too. A smooth-coated otter. There are 13 species of otters in the wild, in the entire, on planet Earth, and this is one of them, which lives in Southeast Asia. Spot-tailed pit viper, and it's also called the red-tailed pit viper, which lives in Sundarban mangroves and also in the Godavari river delta. So all these species are present in one place, one state and a region. It's called Andhra Pradesh. The fishing communities, mugger crocodiles. So myself, Srikanth, Mannepuri, I'm a wildlife conservationist, photographer and filmmaker. So I work with the communities, so I love to tell stories through my visuals. I work with local communities, institutions, in the forest department as a volunteer or consultant. So I'm a certified international scuba diver. So I learned diving to explore, then explored biodiversity, marine biodiversity of coastal Andhra Pradesh. That's the place where I belong. So as you see this image, so I'm communicating with one of the, a local person, because before I go to the field, I talk to the local people because they know that area much. It's called traditional ecological knowledge. So based on that, I do my research works, and then I go for photography. So far, have you seen, so far all you guys seen the beautiful images from Andhra. Okay, as I said earlier, I'm a conservation photographer. I tell environmental stories. I'm very much interested to create the images that tell stories and move the world. Okay, this is a white-breasted water hen, which is trapped for its meat. The local people, because lack of awareness, they catch all these birds and they sell it for 20 rupees, 30 rupees. This image I created near one wine shop, a local wine shop, and this guy is selling it for again 20 rupees, 30 rupees. This is Alexander parakeet. So in India, a lot of people, they pet wildlife. In abroad also, people pet wildlife. But in India, if you pet the native species, it's completely against to the law. There is a law called Wildlife Protection Act, which protects the wildlife in India. There are certain species listed in that particular act. But if you pet this animal in abroad, let's say Brazil or Australia or America, the other parts of the world, it's not illegal because these species are non-native species there. In the same case, when we pet a different bird species, people call it lovebirds, and there are a lot of different types of birds. People in India, they buy it from the local pet shops. It's not illegal because these species are from other parts of the world. There is no law to protect these species in India. So just imagine because of this reason, there are a lot of species, birds, mammals, reptiles, exported to other countries illegally for only just for a pet trade. So don't encourage the wildlife pet trade. This is one of the blue flag beach. in coastal Andhra. They declared it as a blue flag beach. But see, it's like a supermarket. You can get everything here, like a milk packet, shampoos, wrappers, like whatnot, like cosmetics, everything. Everything is there in this, a wave. If you see like close and zoom in the brands, every brand is there who prepares like a plastics. This is a drone image of a group of fishermen after the fishing scenes. Okay. You know, what this fisherman got, usually fishermen go out to catch what? Fishes. Okay. But this fisherman, along the Andhra coast, they got something else. A plastic. A lot of plastic. The plastic is like a more than the catch. And this fisherman started segregating. Initially, in the olden days, the fisherman used to segregate a different species of fish from the catch. The modern days fishing, the fisherman started segregating plastics, which contains like a different brands. As I said earlier, shampoos or like a wrappers, like a lot of different wrappers. See the visuals. Before going this, every year 1 lakh marine mammals are dying because of plastics. I go for diving. So along with other fishes and the other wildlife, like underwater marine species also considered as a wildlife, along with the fishes, I always see a plastic everywhere. You know what happens? This plastic material, because of the heat, it breaks down into small pieces. Again, that small pieces break down into a microplastics. And this microplastic will enter into the fish life. Who catch fishes? Fishermen. Who buy fishes? The normal people. In return, they give money. Fisheries, like if I'm not wrong, 2nd or 3rd position worldwide economy, like India supports. So after we take that fish, maybe like whoever is eating fish, they may contain a microplastics for sure. That's because of improper disposal. People throw plastic everywhere because lack of awareness. That impacts the marine life and also humans as well. How many of you know, sharks? What is the world's fastest fish? Marlins and sailfishes are considered as like one of the world's fastest fish species. This image I photographed in Kakinada, which is again a coastal town. This is one morning, almost like 1,000 marlins and sailfishes. Each fish size is 6 to 5 feet and 4 feet. It's more than the size of a human being sometimes. But one day I saw 1,000 marlins laying like dead for auction. So is this sustainable? This is happening every time, regularly. And people catch different types of sharks, hammerheads, pelagic thresher sharks, scallopids, like every species. And you know, as I said earlier, the world's largest fish is whale shark. You know how much the size is? It's like, if you combine 3 buses together, what will be the size? That size that a whale shark. It's gentle giant. They'll not harm. You can swim with it, you can snorkel with it, they'll not do anything. They are just filter feeders. They eat only the plankton, algae. They do filter feeding. And these species, people are killing it for 7,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. Just imagine the size of the species. It's a very old species, ancestors. And this is all happening in a very own coast. Marlins. How many of you seen Finding Nemo? And there is one fish, a ray, which carries all the other fish to take them to the school in the movie. And these are called mobula rays, the similar species. People kill this species for their gill rackers. And they use in a Chinese medicinal. And there is no scientific evidence, but still a lot of people catch these and sell it for 7,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. How many of you feed wild animals? Is it a good idea to feed wild animal? It's not, because animals exist before us. Feeding wild animals may create a lot of troubles to them. Okay, a lot of people feed monkeys in parks while traveling to other national parks near the roadside. That's why a lot of monkeys are coming on roads. Sometimes because of this, food, they come out and the speeding vehicle will hit them, they'll die on the spot. And that is one of the reason for wildlife deaths on roads. So don't feed wild animals. It will bring a morphological changes also, hair fall, coloration, different coloration. So don't ever try to feed a wild animal or tell people not to feed wild animals. This is one of the image I created in Papigona National Park. There a lot of people feed wild animals. They said it's good for them, because it's not good for them. Don't feed a wild animal. All living beings, where there is no interference of human being in their survival, consider as a wildlife. So the beginning I showed you guys the beautiful part of the state, and then threats. Now whale sharks. As I said earlier, people kill whale sharks. This image I captured near the Vizag coast. This whale shark came and standed on the coast. It's not able to go back. One of the my field assistant, he called me, "Sir, I saw something, a very big whale." Then immediately I rushed to the spot. For me, it took almost 1 hour to reach the spot, and then I saw it's a whale shark. Immediately, I informed Forest Department, because whatever the species included in Wildlife Protection Act, we have to consult Forest Department. Immediately, I informed the DFO, Visakhapatnam. He immediately responded and sent his team. Okay, then we started rescuing the whale shark. Previously, what happened? Fishing communities, they used to kill whale sharks. But see, there is a whale shark and there is a boat. And in between, you can see rope tied to the whale shark and the boat. And around 27 fishermen and Forest Department officials and myself involved in this rescue. Every time I saw dead whale sharks, whatever call I'm getting, it's a dead whale shark. People kill sharks. But in this case, we try to rescue it, okay? It's almost, the efforts went 3-4 hours. Once the high tide started, the shark, it's a 2-ton weight, the shark. It started moving. And then after 3 hours, because of the fishermen and Forest Department officials and myself, our efforts worked successfully. And this, a 2-foot whale shark swam back alive for the first time from this coast. Okay, here something I would like to say. As I said, I do conservation stories and photo stories. I'll give you an example how this photograph helped. I used a drone to capture this shot, a particular image. So I flew my drone almost 300 meters. I wanted to create a frame where whale shark, rope, fisherman, high tide, everything I want in the frame, I created it. I sent to the Forest Department officials. You know what happened? The Forest Department officials paid immediately 30,000 rupees to the fisherman who rescued the whale shark, because the fisherman net got damaged, and the compensation immediately Forest Department paid, and the fisherman is happy. And Forest Department also promised that whenever there is a standard whale shark or whale shark entangled in a fishing net, Forest Department is agreed to give money to the fisherman, and fishermen are happy because they are getting money. And the most important thing is the whale shark. Huge whale sharks are going back alive into the ocean. This is the most favorite and satisfying image. I satisfied, fisherman satisfied, Forest Department satisfied. Importantly, species went, and this image got the winner award in Asia's leading Nature in Focus Photography and Film Awards too. The idea. So I'm doing photography, a beautiful images photography, and also conservation images. I involved in rescue activities, all I do. But I strongly believe in one thing, that is awareness, okay? So I go to colleges, I go to schools, I go to institutions, and I conduct a lot of awareness. I give a lot of talks, and I show all my images. I feel very happy when I share my images with the other people, because if I keep my image in a hard disk, it doesn't make any sense. Conservation photography starts when you share your images with the world. I got like almost like 9 or 10 national and international awards, including the BBC award, like in the Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition organized by Natural History Museum in London. So every image, whatever I clicked, I mean, those images got awards. So I'm able to show the world, like, I mean, able to show the people that my backyard, my hometown, like the wildlife in my backyard. So that gives me like a lot of advantages. So if anybody wants to become like a wildlife photographer, start clicking your images. You guys don't need to travel to anywhere. Like, I mean, Africa or like many other places. First, explore your backyards, explore your campus, explore the mangrove forest in your coast, and there are a lot of things to document, and share this with the world. Then, you will get a lot of opportunities, and images will go like, I mean, anything. So I gave my images for free all the time for awareness purpose. I involve in like, I mean, I do a lot of organized beach cleanup activities. So with that, we make arts, we promote again conservation. So this is one of the beach camp where we collected all the trash and did this. And thank you so much. And I would like to say like last one thing, photography, for me like photography, and also you can also do this. You can do photography to show the beauty, to follow a passion, and also you can convert it as a profession. And photography helps creating strong management plans. With one image, you can change a lot of things. And with the photography, you can help people, like researchers, by documenting. Photography is one of the tools in science. So start photographing your backyards and save wildlife. Thank you so much.